Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. We are just gonna get right into it. We are doing a whole house reset today. It's messy, it's bothering me. We're just gonna clean it up. I'm going to clean the entire kitchen. I've got lots of dishes to put up and then dishes to do. And I'm gonna clean our floor and just get everything ready to go. I don't know, we've just been busy and it piles up really fast. So my plan is to do the kitchen, and I'm gonna end up having to clean the kitchen floor, which is the least favorite job of all of the jobs, if you ask me. I don't know, we have 4 kids and they spill a lot of crumbs, so it's always a big old job to clean the kitchen floor, and that's kind of like the dining area where we eat too. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to clean our living room and then the kids' bathroom and just get everything ready to go. So let's get to it. So I wanted to share a little bit about what we did this weekend. We had a great weekend. We got to spend so much fun family time, which is just not our normal rhythm, or it hasn't been for the last couple of months. We've had a lot of sports going on, so we've just been really busy. And I know I hate that as a response. You know, when somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" and you respond with, "Oh, busy." Like, I try really hard not to do that, even though that really is the answer that goes through my head most of the time, is we are just really busy. We're in a busy season. But so this weekend we did not have as many sports, and so we decided to just really do fun family stuff. So we ended up getting to go to our community's like fall corn maze area, and I think that we go every year, but I really can't remember if we went last year or not. I don't know if it was raining. One year it got rained out, and so I was talking to some of our family over the weekend, and we decided that we think that happened last year. So anyways, we went this year and it was really fun. Outside of it just being unseasonably hot, it is just still pretty warm where we live, so it didn't feel like fall, but we had a lot of fun. My kiddos got to ride horses, and we got to go through a corn maze, and we got some kettle corn, and it just was such a good weekend. I just really needed the downtime with our family. We had some extended family come in from out of town too, so it was a bunch of us, and we just had a great time. Then when we were finished at the corn maze, we decided to go grab dinner, and it was kind of an early dinner, so the restaurant wasn't really busy, so it just was peaceful. And I don't know, if you go out to eat very often and you have young kids, you know what I'm saying with when restaurants are really busy, you feel like you have to be quicker in and out, and you're a little bit more concerned with if your kids are kind of more rambunctious. And so since this restaurant was empty, it just felt like we could be at peace and we didn't have to rush, and we could just enjoy the time together, and I loved it. We got Mexican food, which is one of my favorites. I love some good chips and salsa. That just is the best to me. So we got to have that just free time over the weekend, and it was really, really fun. So that just refreshed me, and I was ready to just hit it hard this week. So I have some goals around the house that I want to accomplish, and then I have some work stuff too. So I've got a lot on my to-do list, but I don't know, I'm more ready to chase it and write things off my to-do list this week versus most other weeks, just because I think I finally got some rest this weekend and just really had fun hanging with my kids and my husband. It was such a good weekend. I love it when we get to do just special outings like that. That's not really our regular rhythm, and I don't know, just a slower pace was really enjoyable to me. So right now I'm cleaning out a straw. I'm pretty sure it's for my Stanley cup. And we have a really good little like straw brush cleaner. I don't know. I think I got it free in a cup maybe last year or something, but I held on to it and it's so helpful when you clean those straws out. So if you don't have a small brush, consider getting one. It really makes it easier to clean that. Okay, so at this point, all the dishes are done and I'm ready just to clean our counters. I typically clean our counters last when I'm doing a kitchen reset, just so I can make sure that all of the dishes are put away and out of the way and just don't miss a spot. And also, I don't know if it's just because I always do it last, but by the time I get to clean off the counters, I'm pretty encouraged that the chore is almost done and the space is almost clean and ready to go. So I don't mind cleaning the counters. I like the way the spray smells and just that you can really see when the chore is done. You know, you can tell a difference. And sometimes we do chores that you can't really tell are finished. You know, they're kind of mundane and they don't show you an instant gratification. But I think when you clean off your counters and your kitchen starts smelling good and just really looks clear and clean, it's really encouraging that, you know, if you spent 30 minutes or an hour on your kitchen, that it was time well spent and you really did get something done. Okay, so my process when I clean the floors in our kitchen and dining area, like the main place where we eat. This isn't our dining room, but it's really where we eat most of the time. But anyways, my process is typically to pull out all of the chairs away from the table because it's always super dirty under the table. Like I said, we have 4 kids, so it just gets really messy. So I like to move the table, pull the chairs out, and then sweep just so I can get the big items. And then when I'm done sweeping, I like to go over the area with my stick vacuum. And then typically I like to use, we have a steam mop, like a Shark steam mop that I really like to use. But I noticed when I was to this point that the pad on the steam mop was really dirty. So I knew I needed to wash that before I'd use it on my floors. I didn't think it would do much good with how dirty it was. So instead of using that steam mop, I decided just to spot clean the main messier areas just on my hands and knees. And honestly, I remember doing this as a child. This was one of the chores in the house that I grew up in, is I did kind of the area where we ate. I had to kind of clean with a rag the mess, and I didn't like doing it then, and I don't like doing it now, but it's kind of just necessary. If you want to have a clean floor, sometimes you just have to get down and really get the spots up. So some of the things that I was having to like scrub at were applesauce. We still buy applesauce pouches. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but some of my 2 younger kids really like those, and so sometimes those spill. And applesauce, after it's been stuck on the floor for a little while, is really hard to get up. So if I don't see it spilled in, if my kids don't tell me and I see it later, I know I'm going to have to scrub to get that up. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm just cleaning out the harder spots on the floor. And I've already made a note to wash the steam pad cover for next time, so I don't have to do it on my hands and knees. I can just use that steam vacuum or steam mop head next time. So I will share that in a future video. I think it's a really good product and really helpful. Okay, after I finished the kitchen area, I needed to tackle our living or our laundry room slash mudroom. This space is continually dirty. It's our drop zone, so it's always got some stuff going on that needs to be cleaned. And typically, I just will rehang backpacks and vacuum this area. But since I was doing a little bit deeper of a clean today, I went ahead and dusted off all of the surfaces and cleaned the baseboards in here. The baseboards were super grimy, and I think the problem is it's I keep a hamper right there, and so I don't think I clean it very often. So I had to clean back behind the hamper and did those baseboards, and then I vacuumed this space, and I also did a load of laundry. As I've shared before, I try to do at least one load every single day. It's the only way that I can stay caught up on laundry. So that's typically a pretty good process for us. And so I did a load of laundry and cleaned this space. And then next was the living room. And it wasn't super dirty. There just was some like kids' toys out, and one of what kiddos' Halloween costumes was on the floor right there. It was a dragon, and it's so cute. And we've had it for a few years. It was originally from Costco, and one of my older kids used it first, and now my younger son is wearing it. And I don't know, do y'all ever look at pictures of your kids, if you have multiple kids, in hand-me-downs and just think, man, time just flies so fast? So my older kid used this costume once, and now one of my younger ones is, and it just makes you realize time goes by so fast. So here I'm just going to get the toys picked up out of this room, and then I will fold the blankets that are left out and put away any water cups that were left out, and then vacuum the space. And one of the reasons I like to keep this room pretty simple, I don't have a whole lot of decor, is just so it's quicker when we clean it. I always have to clean our coffee table. Just since it's glass, it has a lot of a tendency to get fingerprints and that sort of thing. And when I have a centerpiece on this table, one, my kids mess with it, but two, it's just one more thing that I have to clear off before I clean. So I like to keep this table just clear. So really, I can clean this space in about 5 minutes, and that to me is such a win. So eventually I might get more decor in this space, but for now, I really like it minimalistic and easy and quick to clean. Since I was doing a deeper clean this day, I decided to go ahead and clean this. Like, we have a large door. I can't remember what these are called, but it's kind of a 3-panel door with a glass insert. This is to our backyard. And so there's always fingerprints on this area, but there's also like smudges on the painted area. So I decided to clean that up, clean all of the glass, and then I realized that there's kind of a space where the floor meets the wall that gets grime in it. So at this point, I'm kind of cleaning that out, and then I've got to get my vacuum out again and vacuum that space. But it looks so clean and so fresh, and I'm just going to remember to clean this area more often now that I know how dirty it gets. So this is just a recap of the living room. It's cleaned up, it's ready to go, it feels fresh, it smells good. Just kind of ready for everybody to come back home from school and use it. It would not be a deep clean of the main areas of our home if I didn't clean our kids' bathroom. So I needed to scrub this area down, and when I was done with that, I decided that the house was clean enough and I was going to take a break. So I'm making my second cup of coffee for the day, and I'm just going to enjoy it. I have some work that needs to happen on my computer, so I'm going to make a cup of coffee and then sit down and decompress a minute and then do some computer work. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each one of you for just watching my videos. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel so much. All right, I'm going to head out, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.